In this video, I changed my front brake pads and rotors in my 2017 Dodge Grand Caravan. So you'll get to see how simple it is, really, thanks to also another YouTuber, Automotive Tech-Vet. That's Automotive Tech-Vet. He did a simple, quick instruction for changing the front brake pads and rotors on Dodge Grand Caravan with the dual piston front caliper. And it went very well. Thanks to them, it was nice to know the tools I needed. Of course, you're going to need a 13 millimeter socket, a 21 millimeter socket, and socket driver or wrench. Now, Tech-Vet had, of course, little impact electric tools, made it very quick and easy. For me, I had to use my wrenches. I don't have big shop and open space, so tight quarters in my garage with a lot of other projects pushed out of the way just to get my car in on a level surface so I could jack it up. But it worked out good. Just got done with a little test drive after, so here's the video of changing my brake pads and rotors. Hopefully it helps you out too. I went by Tech-Vet's instructions on how to do it, and it went pretty easy. So thank you, Tech-Vet. I really appreciate it, and I hope all you guys have a easy time of it and enjoy the video, and I will see you on the next one. But here's the video. Hey guys, well, it looks like I'm going to have to change my own brake pads and brake rotors. So thanks to a lot of the info from Automotive Tech-Vet on YouTube. I'm looking right down here at the brake rotors. One of the things they mention going through it, which is yes, you must do, is clean off all the cosmoline that they put as a protective coating on the brake rotors. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and clean that off. Then I'll work on jacking up the car, and of course getting the wheels off so we can get down to our front brakes. Alright, sorry, I know it's pretty dark out here. I don't have a lot of light. I got my hose out here. I'm going to rinse them off with water and a rag out here on my sidewalk. As you might notice, I got the car in here in the garage. I still have projects working on. I have to get to the wheel in a very tight space. I have to jack it up in a very tight space. But I'll get the camera set down to where you can see what I'm doing when I get the car jacked up. Alright, I got the car jacked up on one side. Got the wheel off, and trying to look at my rotor and feel it. Feels smooth, but when it heats up a little bit more, it's got a slight warp in it. And I'm going to take a look at these pads when I get them out, and I need to check how they fared through all that wear against a warped rotor. But nevertheless, I need a 13 millimeter for this guy. The guy said take the bottom one off first and just swing this up out and away and pull it off the pin on the top pin here, and then you can take your bracket off for the caliper that holds the pads. But first things first, I gotta turn the wheel to the right. This is the right front, so I'm gonna have to make sure it gets turned out to where I can get to it easier. So go with this 13 bottom first. See if it spins off of there all right. There we go. Good. Okay. I see it pivots off. I don't want to hurt the boot though. There we go. Might need to re-lube those a little bit. Alright. Okay. This pin's back here. Suppose they help hold it in. He got it off without even getting the pins to move. Okay. I see what he did. Okay, but your sensor goes on the lower part of the sensor on the brake pad. Hangs down. These are pretty smooth. They're not grooved. But they do a heavy surge, so and squeak. I could probably still use the rest of these pads. They got a lot of life left. And there's no grooves on this one. Let's check the back one. Oh, this is smooth. There's a lip on these, but the rotor's got to go. But the wear is smooth. The wear is very smooth. Okay. Time for the 21 millimeter. 21 millimeter. It's almost never included in standard sets. I don't get that. Yeah, they use the impact wrench. Yeah, it's going to take more than this. I already dinged up my hand is bleeding. Okay. Sorry, I went ahead and did the bracket. My hands were so greasy I couldn't touch the camera again to start it. I just wanted to get this side done. But nevertheless, used a 21 millimeter for the bracket. The caliper flipped up after doing the 13 millimeter at first, you know, so that went easy. But I went ahead and put some of the new brake lubricant for brake parts. You don't put it on the pads, of course, or the rotor, but I went ahead and put it in the part where the brake pads end up sliding back and forth in the bracket housing. So that way they move off the brake easy and they don't lock up against the rotor if they get too gunked up and dirty. So this was good, and what I need to do is get the new pads in now. Remember, sensors go on the downside. I'll put the first part in first, that one down there, and then get it slid in. There we go. There. When you do it, you'll be able to see the clips and how the outer pegs on the pads fit into the clips. That's one. Get the outer. Now I can put this back up here again. There we go. There. Try to get everything lined up with the brake rotor on. That way when the caliper gets, pin gets put in, to make sure that boot slips up on that pin that you didn't loosen up. Push the pin in. There we go. But first things first. Forgot to tighten up on those 21s. Sorry about that. I did get them in, but not real tight. I have it set about 80 pounds. It needs to be about 100. So, same way you would tighten lug nuts, these bigger 21 millimeter hits need to be tight. Whew. All right. You can do it. There you go. There. There. Bottom one. Now the 13 millimeter needs to be snug too, but not like probably about 30 or 40 pounds. There, I got it about 40 pounds. Alright, I do have new pins in case I need them, but I'm not changing them today. They look good and they move freely in the grease spots. Now the brakes just need to be pumped up. See,